Everyone has heard of the freshman 15, whether it be good or bad. Maybe if you're skinny trying to gain weight, but normally it's taken into negative terms when you're talking about the freshman 15. No one wants to go through college gaining weight and not realizing it, I guess. Some people blame it on extra time, others blame it on stress that kind of gets to them. But most people must deal with this weight gain sometime during college, whether it be your freshman year or sophomore through your senior year. You're eventually going to probably gain some weight when you're in college. One hunch is that college students have more time simply on their hands than high school students. When you're in high school, you have breakfast normally in the morning before school. You go to school, get there, you normally can't eat in your classes. So go to lunch, eat a good lunch, then you go home and you eat, or you go to practice and you have your meals spaced out. Whereas in college, you come home, well, you go to class, you come home, and you just eat all day, or like in between classes when you can, you just eat whatever's, kind of laying around. And normally that's not the healthiest food. So you kind of, in a sense, blow up. But, sometimes it's worse than others. There are also um, other things that can come into play. Stress is a really big one. I know people that when they get stressed out, they automatically start gaining weight like crazy. And then there's some people that when they get stressed out, they don't eat at all. So there's two extremes per se when it comes to weight gain or like weight loss with stress, but a lot of times stress will make your hair fall out, make you break out, or make you not sleep. Stress, everyone deals with it differently. Everyone has different side effects from stress. Stress is I think it's a horrible thing, but sometimes people work well under stress, but a lot of times stress is not a good thing. Um, people do people do deal with it differently. So some people will be like, "Oh, stress isn't that bad," but other people might be like, "It is the worst thing ever." So you can find stress reliefs that kind of like help you deal with it. Soccer is a really big one for me. I've always enjoyed soccer. Thought it was a great pastime to get rid of just like the horrible stress that like builds up and you just hate it. And once you find that outlet, it's actually a great way to just keep your body kind of on like a routine of exercising. If you find exercising to be stress relieving, or maybe just reading a book. I can't relate because I hate reading, but some people that's a huge stress relief for them. So maybe if sometimes physical activity isn't, the best thing for you, maybe reading a book is whatever floats your boat, maybe listening to music. I don't know. I feel like everyone needs that one thing in their life, whether it be for school or for anything just throughout their daily life. They need something to kind of fall back on or to go to when you are just about to lose it or the stress is starting to get to you, because I know college is not easy for anyone. And, if you don't have something in your life to kind of help you go through it, it can be kind of not depressing. Well, it can be, I guess, but very difficult. Um, let's see. The one thing that will affect your weight though is if you don't exercise at all. If you just sit around and don't do anything like at all, you're you're kind of putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. How you lose weight, your metabolism picks up is when you're doing things, when you're active. So I think it's a huge thing to stay active and at least walk. If you can't do anything, athletic, walking is a great way to kind of start, or just, it's better than nothing. I'll put it like that. Walking is better than nothing. You'll still be doing something. It might not seem like a lot, but at least it'll kind of be consistent. Um, But in the end, obviously, weight gain is a big thing for most college students. And if you can kind of realize it and start trying to channel your energy and going in different directions just besides your work that you have to do all the time and the stress and everything, I feel like that will help you tremendously. But if you are struggling with your weight and everything, I know you are not alone, because I know a lot of my friends and me personally at one time, I struggled with my weight, and it's hard, but everyone at some point in their life has to go through it, and you are not alone.